My mom always said that boys with hemophilia had three things in common. We was bright, he was good looking, and we was all daredevils. My name's Mike. I'm an alcoholic and a daredevil. My looks and my brain cells is ancient fucking history, but I'm still a fucking daredevil. Or I wouldn't fucking be here. Oh, I've been called a lot of other things, from mama's boy to motherfucker. When I was a kid in school, I was called a sissy because I couldn't do sports on account of the danger, internal bleeding, be real fucking painful. In gym class, I was great on how well I put away the equipment and took the roll call. My mama, she wouldn't let me out of her sight. She's always guilt-tripping herself about me. My baby, she'd say over and over again, it's all my fault, you're all I got, and it's all my fault, it's all my fault. She drove my old man fucking nuts. She never paid no attention to that poor bastard, so eventually he split. Now that's when she really started drinking. That's when I started drinking. If I did have an accident, even a bump up against a piece of furniture, it could be real fucking painful. So she began medicating me with a few sips of her drink. Tasted good. After a while, she started pouring me a drink whenever she poured herself one, which was pretty fucking often. By the time I was in high school, I learned to out-drink her. She'd be passed out, I'd go out and get me drunk on my butt. Of course, I always wound up in the emergency room for a blood transfusion. She'd come and rescue me. My baby, it's all my fault, you're all I got. I started hating her. Well, I started staying out all night. Of course, she'd be there in the morning drinking, wringing her hands, my baby, it's all my fault, blah, 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 blah. When I got me a girl, Janine, she became insanely jealous, either threatening to kick me out of the house or begging me to stay home. I got Janine pregnant, proved I was no sissy. I decided to marry her for one thing and get me out of the house away from that drunken smothering bitch. Janine, she had a boy, healthy boy. He's normal. He had a normal childhood, something I never knew. Janine, she started giving him a whole bunch of attention. I got two little boys to take care of. She always used to say, well, you know, it is true. She did take care of me. I couldn't hold down a job. I was drinking pretty heavy about this time, and then I started in with motorcycles. Motorcycles got me out of the house, away from Janine, little Mike. I was only happy when I was on my bike, stoned out of my mind, on my way somewhere, nowhere. Of course, I always wound up in the emergency room for a transfusion. About this time, we hemophiliacs was hearing about this blood concentrate shit that made life a lot easier, but I already had arthritis from internal bleeding. I was in chronic fucking pain. Motorcycle accidents, they didn't help none. I had to have me a hip replacement and a shoulder replacement. Janine, she raised little Mike pretty much by herself. By the time he was in high school, oh, he's a tough little bastard. He really hated me. One night, I had this gigantic blowout with Janine. I guess I hit her pretty bad. Well, little Mike, he freaked out. He almost killed me. Seriously. Missed my face, punched me in the throat. I started to bleed internally. I couldn't breathe. Who can blame him? That's when he forced her to choose between him and me. She said she couldn't make that decision, so he made it for her. He split. About 10 years ago. Now, that's when we bleeders started hearing about AIDS, the disease for faggots and drug addicts spread by butt fucking and needle sharing. A bunch of hemophiliacs started getting that AIDS test. Not me. No fucking way was I going to volunteer to go to a doctor. I've been going to doctors my entire fucking life. No fag disease was going to kill me. I survived this far. You know, I figure if a hemophiliac did get it, he must be a secret axe murderer or cocksucker. Janine, she tried to get me to wear a rubber like some scared sissy. I'm not the pussy, you are, I'd tell her. You don't let me fuck you without a fag or rubber, I'll find some broad who will. And I did. Plenty of them. Well, Janine, she knew it was time to kick my ass out, so she started going to meetings for wives of alcoholics or some such bullshit. Shouldn't I be the one going to a meeting, I asked her? She seemed to be getting happier while I was getting sicker. Even the booze wouldn't kill the pain. I was constantly fucking sick and tired. I couldn't ride my back. Fuck, I couldn't walk across the fucking room. She'd be off at her meetings. I'd be at home burning up with fever, shitting in my pants. One night I had to call my old lady to come over and clean me up. My baby, she kept saying. over and over again, like she was thrilled shitless. I was covered in crap. Janine, she took care of me less and less, but she did agree to take me to get that AIDS test. The doctor, he took one look at me and knew. I just couldn't fucking believe it. What was I being punished for? Janine, she started laughing when I said that. Laughing in my face. I remember, barely, because I was pretty drunk at the time, grabbing a knife and going for her throat. Stop the laughter. People have been laughing at me my entire fucking life. Well, now Janine knew it was time to kick my ass out for real after more than 20 fucking years, but who can fucking blame her? I had nowhere to go but home to my miserable, pathetic, fucked up old lady. That was the most miserable, pathetic, fucked up moment of my entire miserable, pathetic, fucked up life. Rock fucking bottom. But I began to pray, let me die quick. Thought about slashing my wrist. Losing blood didn't scare me none. Losing blood's what I've been doing my entire fucking life. Found out little Mike came home to visit Janine. I wanted to see him before I done myself in. He won't see you if you're drunk, Janine said. All right, I said, then I'll get sober. I dare you, she said. I told you I'm still a daredevil. She gave me this number to call. I've been sober now for about 25 days. Living in this halfway house away from my pathetic mother. Got together a couple weeks ago with little Mike. He's bigger than I am. He's queer. Yeah, that's what he told me. Gay. Jesus fucking Christ, is it my fault? No, he says he was born that way. He likes being different. He says he was born that way like I was born a hemophiliac. I asked him if he caught AIDS yet. He says he don't have sex. Then how do you know you're gay, I asked him. He just laughed when I said that. But not at me. I laughed too for the first time in years and years and years. I guess that got me a lot to learn.